Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, there's no more argument to be made. You know, at the press podium, White House actors made it clear that they wouldn't be commenting on Donald Trump's legal matters because they didn't want to interfere and they were scared to violate the Hatch Act. Right, the trials themselves aren't political, but if you speak on them, you'll be violating the Hatch Act, which is essentially an act that enforces some sort of ethical code that stops you from campaigning using the resources of the federal government and the White House. So it's not political, but if you talk about it, it's political, and you can't do that. In other words, it's been political since day one, but they've argued that it hasn't been, that Donald Trump's dealing with the neutral legal system that has no connection to them. That's what they've told us. Even though the judge is a Democrat, his daughter is fundraising with Democrats, the prosecutor is a Democrat elected in a 95% Democrat city who ran on getting Donald Trump. Bless your heart if you believe any of this stuff. But anyways, they want you to know that it wasn't political, but mostly that anybody who suggests that the Biden White House was in any way involved here, well, you are a dangerous conspiracy theorist peddling disinformation. Right. Well, that argument ends today. You are not a conspiracy theorist. This thing was political since the start, we've known that. But now we know with absolute certainty, thanks to an individual's presence that was caught on film, not exactly trying to hide, I mean out in the open, a Biden campaign surrogate sitting behind Alvin Bragg during his victory lap speech, his campaign event, let's call it, his re-election campaign event. The whole thing was orchestrated and rigged from the start, and it came straight from the very top. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we found connections from all these prosecution offices with every indictment here across these various states, whether it's Fani Willis visiting the White House with Nathan Wade, or any other example. We've already shown the tether. Well, here is the final confirmation. Miranda Devine from the New York Post tweets this photo with a caption. Take a look at the individual sitting behind Alvin Bragg. There he is. Matthew Colangelo, former DNC political consultant who left his job as third-ranking official in Biden's DOJ in December of 2022 to take a lesser job in Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office as senior counsel in the criminal case against Donald Trump. It's literally Biden's DOJ guy. This guy worked for Joe Biden, and then all of a sudden in 2022, he decided to step down from his highly prestigious White House position to take a lowly position working for Fat Albert. Give me a break. Let's take a look at the details here. Matthew Colangelo worked for the Biden administration. He served as acting associate attorney general at the U.S. Department of Justice under the Biden administration. In his role, he was involved in overseeing several key divisions, including the Civil Rights Division, the Antitrust Division, and the Environmental and Natural Resources Division. His work focused on civil rights enforcement, consumer protection, and ensuring fair economic practices. After leaving his position in the Biden administration, Matthew Colangelo joined the Manhattan District Attorney's Office in December of 2022, where he was appointed as senior counsel to Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. In this role, Colangelo is involved in several high-profile investigations and prosecutions, including those related to financial crimes and public corruption. Biden literally sicked his DOJ dog, just like he did with Jack Smith, using Alvin Bragg as a proxy. And it takes me back to a very interesting Biden quote from back in 2022, November 9th, 2022, a month before Matthew Colangelo left the Biden administration in December of 2022. Biden said this: "Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power by if he does run, I'm making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the president again." Oh, it must all just be a coincidence, right? It must all be a misunderstanding. I'm reading into it because I'm a conspiratorial freak. Give me a break. They said it out loud, and now they flaunt in front of you, making a mockery of the American justice system, showing up in front of the camera as Alvin Bragg proves to the world that American democracy may be finally truly dead. The American justice system certainly seems on its last life, a weakened pulse, that's for sure. How absolutely ominous. The actions, the words that are being said, the people who we're highlighting here, it's just shocking. And speaking of shocking words to be said, let's listen to Alvin Bragg after the verdict dropped.
I did my job. Our job is to follow the facts and the law without fear or favor. And that's exactly what we did here. And what I feel is just gratitude to work alongside phenomenal public servants who do that each and every day in matters that you all write about and make the press, and in lots of matters that you don't. I did my job. We did our job. Many voices out there. The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury, and the jury has spoken.
He just said, we did our job, almost as if he was speaking to Joe Biden directly with Biden's stooges, his goons, as an entourage. This whole thing isn't political? Well, it certainly feels political, and once again, failing to understand how I'm supposed to accept that it's not political with everything that I'm seeing and with what Democrats themselves are saying.
And I feel like today was a victory, at least a minor victory, for the rule of law and also for Democratic politics.
It's a big win for Democratic politics or Democrat policies. That's insane. They're just saying it openly that yes, this whole thing was political and that we're rejoicing in the fact that this benefits us. I think most regular people are looking at this in horror, complete utter disbelief, dismay. You know, we already had the numbers prior to the actual verdict itself.
Let me give you some truth right now. 67% of Americans already believe these attacks on Donald Trump are politically motivated. 59% of Americans believe Joe Biden is part of it. Okay? That tells me so many in this country aren't really concerned so much about this, although the weaponization of government is a very big issue.
67% of Americans already believe that these attacks on Donald Trump are politically motivated. They finally got what they wanted. Politically motivated lawfare ending in injustice, literally imprisoning your political opponent in the midst of an election season over the most nonsense, unbelievable crap. And this coming after Joe Biden's DOJ refused to indict him over actually committing a crime because he's old and frail and has a poor memory. Not to mention Hillary Clinton's campaign finance violation. I think Barack Obama had one as well. The bleach bidding of the hard drives, illegal FISA warrants, colluding with foreign agents, yada yada yada. No, they face no legal troubles, no repercussion, but Trump gets charged in the Stormy Daniels case. It's unbelievable, and all the while as we're all sitting here shocked, frankly disgusted, this is what's happening in psychotic blue anon left-wing world. Dance TikTok videos, partying. We've saved democracy by imprisoning our political opponent in the middle of an election. Not a good look, not gonna end well. Hopefully people are paying attention. This truly was a Joe Biden, George Soros case, a conspiracy. I just hope people are paying attention. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.